Hello everyone. Apparently we've had trouble with the latest push of Units 3 and 4 in the 2018-2019 curriculums for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So this is going to show you how to populate the things that were pushed into your planner. It appears that everything that we did push went into the resources, but because of technical difficulties did not get pushed into the planner. So I'm going to show you how to repopulate your planner if you use the planner. So if you look in the 18-19, this is an example of the 7th grade curriculum. You'll see that all of the new stuff has been populated into the resources folders. But if we open up the planner and look at our Unit 3, you'll see that nothing was populated into the resources. So what I'm going to do is show you how to populate into the planner if that's something that you work with. If you work through your resources, you don't have to worry about doing this. None of this is a requirement, but if you want to look at the way things are, if you plan to use the archived work next year, it might be nice to put it in here so you have that look when you bring everything down next year. So if you look at student resources, we'll work on through the remarks of the dedication, which we have open over here. But if you look at the student resource part, if you click on Add Resources, there's an option to add from the course. If you click on Add from the course, you'll see the 17-18 and 18-19 folders. Click on the little arrow, it'll give us the drop-downs, and then you'll see the remarks of the dedication right here. If you click on the markdown, it'll give you every option you have for parts to repopulate the resource. You see the 2 pages here, and then you have the teacher notes. The problem with the teacher notes is that if you add it to the resource part of the planner and it's not deactivated, students will be able to read the teacher notes. And I know a lot of us probably don't want our students in to see what the teacher notes are. So for the sake of this, I'm going to leave it out of this portion. I will show you how to add it into where we usually have it in the planner at the end of this. So if I click Add, you'll see that it will repopulate the planner with our pages. If you click on Activities, this is where you'll get your assignments, tests, whatever test the curriculum writer had put in there. If you press Course again, and then obviously 18-19, Unit 3, and go down to the dedication, and you'll see 2 assignments for the 2 closures. Click on them both and add, and that's how you repopulate your planner. So you can do it 1 lesson at a time. You can not do it at all. That is up to you and how you want to utilize your planner. As far as objectives, that is something that you would have to repopulate yourself and go through each of the objectives. That is up to you and whether or not how much you want to use your planner and how much you utilize the objectives in everyday lessons. As far as your teacher notes and how to add it here, you'll see that your teacher notes are up here. It is our suggestion that you deactivate them, and then students will not be able to see it within your resource folder. In order to get it into the portion of the overview and teacher notes like we have it here, what you have to do is you have to click and open up the text. So you click this here, that'll open up the text portion. If you right click and open in a new tab, it'll create a URL for you for your teacher notes, which we copy. We take that URL over here, type in teacher notes, and then just link in the teacher notes here. And that's how you get your teacher notes, and you actually repopulate your planner with your teacher notes. If it's here, students can't see it. If it's deactivated here, students can't see it. So whatever you want to do with the teacher notes, it's just best to have it deactivated so students don't see it. So that is how you can repopulate your planner. If you have any other questions, obviously, write.